Hello, welcome to my Ikon Towers apartment. I am in apartment 101, as is everybody else who bought this apartment. Let's start out going through the lobby and into the hallway. You'll see that I've chosen a red wallpaper that echoes a little bit of the color theme from the lobby area. The first doorway leads into my bathroom. Now, this room was probably not designed to be a bathroom. I am thinking that the room that leads off the master bedroom was meant to be the bathroom, but I don't get the whole open bathroom doors thing. This one has a door that opens and closes. I prefer that in the bathroom. Because this room was not designed to be a bathroom, I had to be a little bit creative. So when you walk in, you enter my dressing area. Straight ahead is a wardrobe, which also doubles as a partition wall to screen off the toilet, because no one wants to walk into the bathroom and see someone on the toilet. Here is my bathing area, and as you can see, the bathroom is fairly open plan, and yet there is enough privacy from the entrance of the bathroom that this area is not clearly visible when you first walk in. And there, hidden in its own little nook, is the toilet area. And one thing I love about this apartment is that the windows in a lot of rooms are angled out in such a way that you can actually back up with the camera and get a long-range view of the room. And that really helps with taking pictures of the whole space. Moving on, let's enter the living area, which is my favorite part of this whole space. As you can see in the entryway, I have a TV nook. The main area of this living space features a fireplace. Here is the kitchen dining area, which as you can see is a beautiful, bright, and airy space. One thing that is unusual about this room, because the apartment has so many angles and everything is not linear in here, the floor grid is a little bit skewed to the diagonal in this room. You can't place some items like the refrigerator completely flat against the wall, so bear that in mind when you're decorating. Also, like so many African Life kitchens, apparently the developers are allergic to perishable food because there is no built-in refrigerator. You have to get creative to put one into the kitchen. Despite that fairly major kitchen design flaw, do I love this kitchen? Absolutely. For one thing, it may be difficult to tell in this picture, but there is a grid on that stove. I have a tea kettle on my stove. I can only do this in one other apartment that I own, and this is huge for me. So moving on into the bedroom. I went a little bit space age with this space, which I think the architectural design really works with. Uh, that aquarium chair is almost more like a huge piece of sculpture. It would not fit into every home, but I think it will work here pretty well. That is one of only 3 pieces from the furniture bundle that I purchased because I couldn't afford that whole bundle. I have bills to pay. But there were 3 pieces of furniture that I just absolutely couldn't resist and went ahead and bought with this. And I will probably go back and buy a few other pieces later. Here you can see how those angled windows let you get your camera into the little nooks and corners and get interesting viewpoints of your rooms. The aquarium chair allows you to recline on one side of it. On the other side of it you can sit, and so I've placed the seating end facing the window so I have a small reading nook and a place where I can just look outside and watch the scenery. The final room in this apartment is my home office, which also doubles as my library and even a small guest room. As you can see, I have changed the walls throughout. They had plain white walls. I've put up wallpaper. However, I have left the flooring untouched, so you can see what the flooring looks like that comes with this house. This geometric design that is on the floor is one of my favorites. I really hope we can get that in the shop someday, or that it will come as a daily gift with this apartment. There's also a geometric print on the accent wall in this room, and that is another thing that I would really love to be able to apply to other walls in other apartments. Moving back through the hallway and into the outer lobby, you will find 2 elevators. You'll also find a short corridor that allegedly leads to the other apartments in the building. Now, you'll notice one of the elevators is marked Garden. That door is a lie. It lies like a cheap rug. There is not a link from that elevator down to the garden. However, the other one does take you down to the public lobby. And in that space, you will find a Lockwood Theo, the concierge. And if you tap on him, he will give you a link to the garden area, which as a resident of the tower, you do have the right to access. And finally, we have the scenic Ikon Gardens. Now, yes, this is basically a very big picturesque ad for Ikon brand. You'll find the displays, you'll find the mannequins, um, but it is very pretty, and it is a nice place to hang out with the neighbors, for better or for worse, depending on whether you like your neighbors. I haven't explored yet if you can invite friends in here if they aren't residents of the building, but that is something to check out. All in all, I do like this place. There is a lower garden that is a little bit more green and has some beautiful views of the vista beyond. That's one place where I like to hang out. There's also a terrace that has glass floor where you can look below and see what is down there. It is a really cool space. I do like this garden. I hope this garden will stick around long after this update is over. And it is a nice perk for owning the apartment. So I hope that they can expand on this. I like this concept, and I hope it sticks around. Anyway, thank you very much for exploring my tower apartment and the gardens with me, and have a nice day. Goodbye.